Hello and welcome to SCN Corporate Connect. I'm Jane King at the New York Stock Exchange, and with me today, Mykalai Kontilai, the CEO of Collectors Café, for our second interview in a series.
Great to see you.
Great to have you back. And Adam Reed, a TV producer, president of the Think Factory, and we're going to talk about this really cool concept you have going to just connect collectors all around the globe. And I know you've got a digital piece of this that will be launching soon. So tell me about that.
Well, we're so excited because we're launching the global master brand for the entire collectibles industry in 2018. And part of that is a major multimedia push, which consists of a television series, 24-hour long episodes, which is going to be debuting on a major cable network, which we've signed a deal and executed a deal with, and then an entire digital platform of unique custom content on Collectors Café, basically called Collectors Tube, which will be the YouTube for exclusive collectibles content, so you can get your fix of all your collectible, juicy material that you want online.
I sense some binge watching coming up for collectors and lovers of that. So Adam, you're going to be playing an important role with the TV show. So tell me about what your role is and why did you think this had a lot of potential?
Yeah, so I run one of the biggest production companies really in the business. We do a number of unscripted series, scripted series.
Okay, tell me some of the shows you've worked on and produced in.
Everything from Gene Simmons' Family Jewels, which went almost 200 episodes on A&E, to the Hatfields and McCoys with Kevin Costner and Bill Paxton on History Channel, which was the number one miniseries in the history of all of cable television. So we do everything from movies to unscripted series, scripted series. We have a movie coming out in 2 months on Lifetime about Oscar Pistorius' life. But at the same time, we also have the biggest unscripted hit of the year, which is Mama June, Honey Boo Boo's mom. You know, what interested me about this, one other thing I forgot. We're owned by ITV, and ITV is a global, international, not only production company, but media brand. So, you know, we have the ability to distribute this once we get the television show up on its feet, to distribute it all over the world, and we have plans to do that. There's already preliminary interest to do that. You know, so what excited me about the concept, you know, I get pitched ideas from everyone and anyone every day. There's probably 5 or 10 ideas.
I have a few I can talk to you about.
So, you're a producer. I'm gonna, you know, I got an idea for you. And when a mutual friend connected us, and I heard the concept, one, I like to collect just kind of on the side because I think everyone likes to collect. So I was intrigued by that. But then when I heard about the true concept of it, that not only is it, you know, this global master brand, but at the same time, you know, Mykalai's vision, he wanted a media element to support all of it. So when you had the possibility of a television show that is not only, you know, great entertainment, fun to watch, great takeaway, but at the same time there was a business tied to it, and the TV show can drive to the business, and the business can drive to the TV show, and everything can work in tandem. That's what excited me. And so I'm executive producing the show, obviously with Mykalai. And as you mentioned, we have a major cable network on board. We can't reveal who yet, but suffice it to say, it will be well known and heard about. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the show. Like, how will it be produced? Will there be people bringing collectibles on? I mean, how will it work?
Well, it's interesting. You know, another thing that excited me was if you look at shows that have been done about collectibles and collecting. You know, you look at Pawn Stars, you look at Antiques Roadshow. And both of those shows and any shows in the genre, always successful. So you have a good base, right? But what we wanted to do, and what we're going to do, is reinvent the collectible genre. And that's what really excited us about this. So, you know, our hub is going to be in a studio, but we're going to have collectibles and collectors from all over the world. We're going to have celebrities on the show. It's going to feel like almost like a cafe setting, to where we want to have an interactive experience where eventually this live daily show, people can come and interact in the live daily show, be on the show, bring their collectibles. But we really want to reinvent it. We'll have celebrities in their collectibles, we'll have the stories of just regular people in their collectibles, and some of the most oddest, rare, interesting. We're already doing a ton of casting, and what we have, I can tell you, has not been seen on shows like this before.
Wow.
So we're really trying to up the game and create kind of a new benchmark for this type of series.
That sounds exciting. So, and I'm sure you're excited about it, Mykalai, like launching this and doing.
It's been a long roll up, and finally, the master brand for collectibles. Collectors will have a place that they can call home.
Yeah, there's really nothing like it out there, right?
Nothing. An entire lifestyle experience that drives collectors to whatever they want to enjoy on that particular day, whether it be a social media experience, a digital content experience, buying whatever their heart's content wants to buy, learning about how to appraise and insure collectibles, on and on and on. And I think the show, what makes it very unique is all of these shows that he mentioned are really treasure hunt driven shows about what's it worth. It's kind of a find it in your attic kind of a theme. We're all about the real collector and what collectors collect with a passion. And there's, as I mentioned on the last interview, we think over 2 billion collectors that are active collectors that know what they're collecting, that have the most amazing historical items that haven't been covered yet. So we are the one-stop shop for collectors and collectibles around the world. That's the goal of Collectors
Well, one
Café.
thing that you've done that is really important is the insurance part of this. So you authenticate the items, and I'm sure that's crucial, I think, for people, so they know that they can trust what it is that they're looking at, considering buying, whatever.
Yeah, well, you hit the nail on the head. I invented authenticity insurance, which will be the only underwritten major insurance policy to protect people from fraud. So Lloyd's of London, AIG, Chubb, Liberty Mutual, XL, Navigators, and CV Star are underwriting the authenticity backed by public paper, which is, in my opinion, the first step toward commoditizing of the collectibles market.
Yeah.
So you can buy something now knowing it's backed not by a piece of paper that somebody says it's real, but by a real insurance policy, and that's paid for by the company, so you as the buyer don't have to pay for that. So we're very proud of that.
Yeah. So you've got the TV show, the channel, Collector's Tube. There's a social media network too, I believe. What are all the elements, the multimedia platform that you've created?
Well, we want to launch in 2018 Collectorpedia, which will be the historical database for all history of collectibles. Collector Vision will be a 24-hour live auction channel that we're looking for and I'm planning. And then Collector University, where you can learn how to be an appraiser, a dealer, how to protect your insurance collectibles. So think of the online Disneyland. As Kevin Costner said in Field of Dreams, build it and they will come. Well, we've built it, and we believe people are going to come because of all those reasons.
Yeah.
So.
And if you think about this for a second, just kind of the strategy of what he's put together is what excited me. In an ideal world, and not revealing too much, but in an ideal world, you have the television show, you have the master online brand, which is not only a business, but all of the social media and the hub for collectors to come. But if Mykalai has his way, there will also be a component to where there is actually a standalone experience where you're shooting the show and you can actually come and buy these items. So that extra element of it is the fan experience.
Wow.
So what I loved about it is everything is driving to everything else and working in this great synergy. And in television today, we're all trying to reinvent what these shows are. And when I saw all the elements and how they could really work together to drive the business, that's really what got me excited, because I can make a great TV show and we'll make a great TV show, but then when it can drive everything else and everything else can drive it, it really is teed up for success at every level.
Yeah, well, I remember when I saw your deck, your presentation, I was like, wow, you really seem to kind of command where media is going. You've got the TV show, you've got the internet support,
That's
the
right.
live streaming. That's really, I think, where media is heading, where everything kind of interacts and supports and uses their own particular special things. Like TV is special, social media has a certain element that's special, so I think that's what's really cool about the idea.
Yeah.
I would be remiss if I didn't give you a couple of scoops, since we are in the SCN network.
Uh-oh.
Two
Let's
words.
hear it. Okay.
2 words.
Okay.
The Collector Bowl, the largest collector convention in the world, coming at some point in the future, and the Collectors Café Blogger Network, where bloggers from all over the world in over 6,000 categories can blog about collectibles. You heard it here on SCN Network first.
I think this sounds really exciting. And just really quick, I know the market was huge. You mentioned 2 billion people are collectors, but financial-wise, how big of a market is this?
Massive. So at a very conservative level, $300 billion a year, encompassing 6,000 categories, from the weird and exotic to the stamps and coins and antiques, et cetera, et cetera. If you add fine art into that, which we will be getting into, that will be an announcement in 2018, you're looking at close to a $700 billion a year business. And guess what? Nobody, according to our research, has more than 1% of the marketplace. So I think it's one of the last of the true roll-ups.
Huge room for growth.
But you got to be crazy to put it together, and here's the mad scientist.
Well, what's the weirdest thing you've ever seen collected? You've been around it enough to see.
How about belly button lint from people all over the world?
That was even weirder than I imagined, actually.
I can tell you from doing the casting, it's like you literally cannot come up with the stuff that people collect. It's fascinating.
Oh my goodness,
It's
that is
fascinating.
fascinating. I'm really looking forward to it, and best of luck to you. So it's really exciting opportunity. So Mykalai Kontilai, thank you so much, the CEO of Collectors Café,
Thank you.
and Adam Reed, the president of Think Factory. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you
and
so
hope to
much.
talk to
Thank
you
you.
again soon.
Pleasure.
And thank you as well for joining us on SCN Corporate Connect. I'm Jane King at the New York Stock Exchange.